Guys, I'm audible?
Yes, bro.
Okay. So all able to hear me, right? Monica, Emmanuel, Satyamurthy.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Okay. Listen. So today, so in the previous session and all, we have covered the Git. Yeah, one recording or one session I have to take with respect to this Git. Later I will cover. But today I will go for the fresh topic, which is nothing but Jenkins. Only one part, guys, which is the conflict, how to handle the conflicts, how to work with the branching. That basic concept, basic stuff I will cover later. But today I will move to another tool, which is nothing but your Jenkins. We'll cover the Jenkins, right? So Jenkins, if you hear this word, Jenkins, so the first term you have to remember, Jenkins is the CI/CD tool. Jenkins is the CI/CD tool. When I say CI is nothing but continuous integration. CI is nothing but continuous integration.
Excuse me, Dinesh.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, you told we have a few more topics left in this Git.
Yeah, I already told Monica in the beginning of the session. We have one topic that we have to
Okay.
cover with respect to merging, rebase and all. That I will
Okay.
cover later. I will cover Jenkins today and tomorrow. Day after
Okay.
tomorrow, second we will go with Git.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So a CD. If I talk about the CD, the continuous.
Okay, I found this on the web for if I talk about the city, the continuous.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, listen. Continuous deployment. Continuous deployment, or we can call it as continuous delivery. Guys, once again, I will repeat. We have one more session in your Git that I will cover day after tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, I'm going to focus on Jenkins. Once we covered, then once again we'll go for Git. Then later we'll go for other tools. Everyone clear, right, with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, continuous integration or continuous deployment or delivery tool. So, before understanding this terminology and all, first we have to understand what the developer they are facing. They are facing some challenges. What are they? I will tell you. Right? If you join any company, the developer, what is their job? They have to develop the application. They have to develop the application, right? That's the primary thing. They have to develop an application. If I want to develop an application, of course, they have to write some code. Consider they are using the Java, or you can take Python also, or any language you can take it. They are using some base, maybe a Java or Python, and they are using some framework also. They are using some framework. Maybe if it is a Java, they go with the Spring or Spring Boot, something, right? Maybe consider Spring framework. And they made one application. They have written some piece of code and they have written some application. Now, what is the second job they have to do? They have to store this code, right, in some shared repository. Say, consider they are using the version control system. They are using the version control system, which is nothing but a GitHub. In that, they have their code. So they have written around 10,000 lines of code. All these 10,000 lines of code, they have stored inside the version control system, which is GitHub or GitLab or GitHub or Bitbucket, whatever it might be. They have stored the code in some shared repository.
Sir?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can you repeat again, sir?
So what I said, the developer, in order to develop an application, they are basically writing the code. It might be a Java or Python along with some framework. And consider they have written 10,000 lines of code. And that code is stored inside the GitHub, inside the shared repository, inside the version control system, which is nothing but a GitHub. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Got it.
Once we have a code in GitHub, what is the next step? The next step, remember guys, if you are writing your code in Java or Python, is it high level language or low level language? Can you tell me? Java or Python, is it high level or low level language?
High level language.
High level language. What is high level language? What is high level language? What is low level language? Can you tell me what is high level language? What is low level language? Guys, whenever a language is understood by the human, that is called high level language. And if a language is understood by the machine, then you are human. That called as low level language. If you take Java and Python, that is easily we can understand, right? A human can understand, but the machine cannot understand. The programming language and all machine cannot understand. That's the reason it's called high level language. Machine only understand binaries, zeros and ones. Machine won't understand the programming language at all. So are you getting my point? What is high level? What is low level?
Yes, sir.
Then the Java and the Python, that language, right, that you're using, it is called as high level language. So this high level language directly we cannot feed it to your machine, right? Before that, what you have to do? You have to do the compilation. Am I correct or not? You have to convert your code into the byte code. You have to convert if it is a Java, you have to convert it into the byte code. Then only your machine will understand. If you take Java virtual machine, JVM, that machine only will understand when you convert your Java code into the byte code. How we are converting? By using the Java compiler. If you are using the Python compiler, you are just converting the code into the Java or Python code. Right? So after doing the compilation, in your real time, you will do the code review also. You cannot directly, deploy the code into the production. What you will do? You will do the code review. When I say code review means what? Basically, whatever the code that is done by the developer one, that is reviewed by another developer. It is called a peer review. It is called as peer review. One developer, they have written some piece of code, maybe 10,000 lines of code. Other developer, what they should do? They have to check the standard. Whether are they following the proper format? Whether it is readable, whether it is maintainable, and is it bug free? Everything other developer should check it. Right? So after your compilation, what you have to do? You have to check whether is it following the proper. Everyone can write the code, right? But are we following the proper standard? Are we following the proper data structure? Are you reducing your piece of code? It is not something, right? For achieving some task, you can write the 10 lines of code. Other developer, they will write only 2 lines of code to achieve. Which one is having the standard? Only the 2 lines of code, right? So for that, maybe one more developer or your test lead or test manager, they will check your code, the quality of your code, the quality of code that you are writing by the developer. So that's called as code review. So for doing the code review and all, you can go for GitHub itself. In the next day session, I will tell you. Day after tomorrow, I will tell you how can I use the GitHub or GitLab, or we can use the Bitbucket, any one of them for your code review. Whatever the code that you stored inside your GitHub, right? One more person, they will do that review, and then only they will merge your code to the main branch. When I say main branch, maybe any feature branch, you can take it. Once the code review is done, once the review is completed, they are telling that your code is exactly good. Suppose if they are giving some feedback, you have to correct it. And after that, yeah, this code is standard. This code is readable. This code is very maintainable. This code is very easy to see. In that case, what they will perform? They will perform some level of testing. That testing, we can call it as unit testing. The developer, they will do the unit testing on your code. Once unit testing, the result, if it is pass, the unit testing result is pass, what will happen? They will deploy your code into lower environment. Before that, I'm sorry, I made the mistake. So after performing the unit testing, they will go for packaging. When I say packaging, what it means? Consider, guys, suppose I have developed one app and you are totally 5 or 6 is available, right? I want to send this app to you guys. How can I send it? Based on your operating system. Based on operating system means what? Suppose if you are using the Windows operating system, what I can do, whatever the code that I have written, right? I cannot share my code because you no need of underlying code. You cannot understand the code and all. You want only how to use the app. Say suppose I have developed one chat app, or I have developed one gaming app. You just want to play the game, right? You don't want to see my code and all. In that case, what I can do, if you are using the Windows machine, maybe I can convert my code. I can package my code into some exe file, or I can package in maybe a .msi installer. Then I will send it to you. That way, what you can do, you can just double click and you can install and you can play the game. Suppose if you are using the Mac machine, again I have to send some kind of packaging. Say suppose I can send the package, right, in the form of maybe in the form of different file, right, maybe tar file or dbn file, like that we can send it. Dbn file, like that we can send it. Suppose if you are using the Linux machine, again I have to convert this into some .dmg file or some other extension. I have to convert and I have to send it, right? So because you no need of code, you are the client, you are the user, you don't know how the code will work out. You are not bothering, you are just bothering whether the app is working or not. For that, what basically we have to do, you have to package it. You have written different lines of code, you have written different class file, different Java file, but what you are doing, you are converting into the single package, right? Kind of jar file, kind of war file, right? We have to send it. If it is a Java application, we can call it as war file or jar file, whatever it may be. But it's a web application, right? Can we call it as war file? And this, after running the package, you have to deploy into some lower environment, lower life cycle, we can call it as lower life cycle environment, which might be in the real time. Most of the time it is a dev or QA environment, dev or testing environment, developer or testing environment. Testing we can also call it as QA environment. It is a lower level environment. Why we are deploying your package into the lower level environment, directly not to the production? Why? The reason, because directly if we are deploying your code to the production environment, what will happen? If the customer, they are seeing, if they are finding the bug, that's a bad name, right, to your client, bad name to your application. For that reason, initially what we will do, after packaging, we will deploy to some lower environment, which is dev or testing. In this dev or testing, the tester, the real tester, maybe the Selenium tester or any tester, right? Automation tester. In your company, you can find either manual or automation tester. Consider in my case, I have an automation tester. What this automation tester they will do? They will test your application, guys. They will test the application on your testing or dev environment. On any environment, they will test. Consider all this job, maybe till here, all this job, now maybe 5 years back, 6 years back, everything is manual. Who has done this job? It is by developer. Developer, you are thinking like they are writing the code. No, they are not only writing the code, they are storing into the GitHub. They are doing the compilation. They are doing the code review. They are performing the unit testing. They are doing the packaging as well. Then they are deploying into some environment. Once the tester, they are saying, right, hey, everything is good, then only the developer, what they will do, they will move the code from the lower environment, which is maybe a QA environment, to a prod. Once the tester, they are saying, right, hey, everything is good, now you can move the code to the production, then only they will move the changes from the QA to production. Now in the production also, once again, there is a high level checking will go on. High level testing will go on, but that all I'm not, and I don't want to bother. But the only thing is, you have to remember this thing. This process, everything is manual few years back. But nowadays, in order to automate this series of steps, because I want to save my time, right? Because we are living in the agile world. When we living in the agile world, every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, every short span of time, I have to release the product to the customer. I have to deploy the code to the customer end. We have to give new features to the customer. In that case, if you take Amazon, Flipkart and all, every day they are doing some changes in their code and they are deploying to the production. In that case, it is better to have the automation, right? Instead of going for manual work, it is a tedious job. It is very difficult, right? To do everything in the manual every day. It is very difficult. For that reason only, which comes into the picture, Jenkins comes into the picture. So this process, It is a continuous integration process. So here what we are doing, here we are, whatever the task that I have told you, right? We are going to automate. We are going to automate this CI process. How to automate the CI process? For that, we have a tool called Jenkins. This Jenkins, it will take care your CI process. It means that continuous build along with the continuous testing. What we are going to perform? A continuous build and continuous testing. What is continuous build? Continuous build means after you are pushing the code to the GitHub and you are performing the compilation, you are performing the code review, and you are doing the unit testing, and you are converting into the package. The war file that you are converting, right? Till here, it is called build. After that, when you deploy that war file into some environment, maybe a lower environment, dev or testing, there you have to perform the testing, right? Maybe a manual tester or automation tester using some tool, they are performing some testing. So everything, you know, we are going to automate. How we are going to automate? With the help of a tool called Jenkins. So Jenkins is the continuous integration tool where we are going to do both continuous build and continuous testing. So if someone is asking in the interview, what is meant by continuous integration? You have to tell it is a process of performing a continuous build and continuous test. Simply you can explain at the time of interview, right? You can explain this process. Thereby they will get the clear idea. So everything we are going to convert in an automation way. Using the tool, we are going to perform everything, not doing manually. Everything we are going to integrate in a single place called Jenkins. And yes, of course, we need the local project along with the Maven, along with the GitHub and all, but that's we are not concentrating, which is the continuous integration tool, which is Jenkins. If you ask me, hey, is there any other tool are available in the market, which is there any other tool are available in the market? Yes, we have many tools are available in the market. So like if you go for TeamCity also is one of the continuous integration tool. And if you go for Teamwork, it is also one CI tool. Along with that, we have a Bamboo also. We can utilize for continuous integration. We have a Concourse. So it is also CI tool, right? We have many tools. Even we can go for GitLab also. GitLab also, we have a continuous integration tool. Nowadays, we got the GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions, that also CI tool. But majority of company, more than around 90% company, they are using the Jenkins. Whenever you know, if someone is hiring the DevOps engineer, definitely they will expect you to be experienced in Jenkins instead of other tools. It is available, but still Jenkins plays a good role here. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Can you quickly confirm, guys?
No, sir.
No, bro.
Do you want me to repeat anything, or everyone clear with whatever that I told?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, clear.
Right. Now we'll try to understand what is continuous integration. We know how to achieve the continuous integration in an automation way. We are going for Jenkins tool. Remember, Jenkins is the open source tool, guys. It is an open source. That's the one big advantage in your Jenkins. It is an open source. When I say open source, the code is freely available in the market. So you just get the download and it is free. It's a free of cost. Right? So the important thing is you have to remember for Jenkins is Java based, guys. It is written on top of your Java. If someone is asking which language is used for Jenkins, you can tell like it is a Java based tool. It's a Java based tool. So if you want Jenkins should be up and running in your machine, what you need in your machine? First, you need the Java. Without Java, we cannot run your Jenkins. It means that I can use for this other projects like React.js or maybe a Python based project, .NET project, that all cannot use Jenkins. Not like that, guys. We can use it for any project. We can use it for any project, but it is written on top of Java. That's it. It is written on top of Java, but you can use it for any projects. You can use it for any project. And the one more important thing is it's a platform independent. Jenkins is platform independent. It is a OS independent. What I'm saying, it is a OS independent. You can use the Jenkins for any operating system. If you want your Jenkins should be running on top of Windows, yes, you can. If you want for Linux, yes. If you want for Mac, yeah, you can go for Jenkins. Right? Jenkins is platform independent. As like Java, Jenkins also a platform independent. It's a OS independent. The one more important thing is around 95% of task, 90% of task you can easily perform with the help of GUI itself. If you go for Docker and Kubernetes and all, right? If you go for other tools, you need the CLI, right? You have to write the command and you have to work on and all. It is very difficult, right? When we go for command line, if we have to remember the command and all, it is very difficult. But if you go for Jenkins, right? Once the initial setup is done, you will get the GUI. On GUI itself, you can. What is GUI? GUI is nothing but graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. When I say graphical user interface, you simply use the UI, guys. Jenkins has the UI. It is a UI based actually. You have a UI. Through the UI itself, you can perform. No need to go for a CLI and all. It is initially maybe for the initial setup, you can use it, your CLI, but later, you can go for UI itself. 95% of all the tasks we can easily perform with help of UI. That's the great advantage with respect to your Jenkins. Then Jenkins is something which is providing the more plugin, guys, where we have many plugins. Because if you want to work with the Jenkins, later I want to integrate your Jenkins with GitHub. I want to integrate your Jenkins with a Maven. I want to integrate with Jenkins with maybe SonarQube, a Terraform, Gradle, and like that we have to integrate with suppose if you take Java, right? Who is the build automation tool for Java? Java required Maven plugin, right? If I take Python, which plugin we need? Ant plugin we require, right? Ant is the plugin. If we take .NET, which is the plugin name? MS Build is the plugin name. MS Build is the plugin name. And if you take some other, like maybe what else? Java, Python, .NET, which is MS Build. Like that, we need a many plugin, right? For particular language. Definitely, the Jenkins is providing many plugins that you can integrate. In Jenkins, we have one option called Manage Plugins. From there, you can download any plugin. There are thousands of plugins are available inside Jenkins. You can able to integrate with any third-party tool. What is plugin? If you ask me, plugin is nothing but extension. Plugin is nothing but extension. It means that a feature. Suppose if you want to integrate with some third party, what you require? You need the plugin. Without plugin, we cannot integrate with some third party, right? Unless or until that system will allow. For that reason, we will go for plugin. So Jenkins provide many plugins that you can integrate for your machine, right? So and along with that, Jenkins, I told you it's a Java-based tool, right? But you can use it for any platform. You can use it for any system. You can use it for any architecture. So these are all the very minute importance on your Jenkins. Jenkins is open source and Jenkins is a Java-based tool. Jenkins is a platform independent, and around 95% of tasks you can able to complete with help of your Jenkins GUI itself. Jenkins GUI itself. And remember, guys, Jenkins has good community support. That's the one more biggest advantage. When I say good community support, nowadays, we no need to worry. If you are facing any problem with the Jenkins, we don't know how to create the job. We don't know how to install. We are facing many mistakes over there or many bugs in the Jenkins. Can I able to handle? Yeah, we can able to handle because Jenkins is available for last 10 years. So for that reason, Jenkins has good community support. If you go for LinkedIn, if you go for some YouTube video, you can definitely get this resolution. But if you go for a new tool and all, definitely you cannot find the good community support, right? For Jenkins, we have a good community support. But nowadays, Jenkins is supporting minimum Java 11 version. Java 11 or more. So in your machine, you should have at least Java 11. Earlier, maybe 2 years back, Java 1.0 is enough. But nowadays, you have to have at least Java 11 version in your machine. Then only you can able to work with Jenkins. At least you should have what? Java 11 version. Then only you can able to work with the Jenkins. So these are all the key points you have to remember. These are the key points you have to remember. So Jenkins, it's an open source. It is a CI/CD tool. It is a Java-based tool. At least you require the Java 11, and it is a platform independent. And around 95% of tasks you can complete with help of GUI itself. And it has good community support. Any questions so far? Any questions so far?
No.
Any question till now, you can ask me, guys. No issues. Take 2 minutes. If you have any question on this, tell me. Any glitches? Anything you are not able to understand? What is continuous integration? You don't know. Anything you can tell. Otherwise, we can move for installation part. Take your time. If we don't have any question, can we continue? Can we continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach you a Jenkins installation. Not locally. Maybe we can create a cloud, guys. We can create an instance inside your AWS. Right? So let me navigate to my browser. So quickly I will write aws.amazon.com. aws.amazon.com, and I'm going to sign into my console. Okay, already I signed in. So let me create one new instance, a fresh instance in AWS. But before that, I just need to understand. Do you know, guys, how to create the instance? Or do you want me to teach? Or you already know?
We know how to install an instance.
Yeah, super. Everyone, Sai, Nikhil, Satyamurthy, you know how to create the instance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, quickly I can click on easy to, and clicking on instances which is running. Already one instance is running. Maybe let me delete this one. So yeah, I have deleted, and I am going to click on one new instance. So for this practice, let me create one CentOS server. I can create one CentOS machine, virtual machine that I have given, and the application that I'm going to use, which is Linux, CentOS. Amazon Linux is available, and macOS, Ubuntu, Windows, and Red Hat. We have a different servers are available. Click on browse more API. I'm going to use one CentOS server. So let me give you the path. You also use the same for this demo. So where is it available? Okay, open this. And I have it in my drive. Let me take it. So copy this and open this. Yes. So here, exactly same CentOS, you guys also can practice. Let me paste it here and press enter. And if you go for community AMI, I can see one CentOS, right? This is my CentOS operating system that I'm going to use. Click on select. And I have selected my AMI. The software part is completed. The software part is completed. Now I will go for hardware part. And T2 micro is enough as of now. Just to go with the T2 micro. Later I will tell you. To increase, because we have to install different tools, right? Ansible, Terraform and all. That time we can increase. But as of now, go for T2 micro. And the key pair, if we already have a key pair, you just choose this one. But if you want to create a new key pair, you just click on create a new key pair. And you can give the key pair name. Say this is my January 23 keeper. January 23 keeper. That's it. Click on create a keeper. Now it will create one keeper. Now come below. And the network settings. I have to create a firewall. I want to create a security group. I am allowing the SSH because I want to access the Linux server. And I'm going to allow the HTTP and HTTP as well, both traffic from the internet. I'm going to allow SSH, also HTTPS, HTTP, all the traffic that I'm going to allow. And I need some more storage. Maybe let me increase the size also, the memory also. So let me make it as 30. I'm going to make it as 30 GB. I need 30 GB, right? Because I want to have good CPU for that reason, right? That's it. Click on launch instance. And now it should, yes, my instance got initiated, right? I have initiated. Now click on view all instances. And it is terminated, but only one is pending. So let me refresh. So wait for a while because it has to allocate the memory, right? So for that it will take some time. Yeah, we will wait it. Maybe after a couple of seconds, here you can see there is a successful initialization of your server, a Centos server. Any server you can take it, guys, no issues. But for this demo, I'm taking the Centos server, right? Okay. So it is taking some time. Let me wait. Yeah, it is running now. Once it is done, you can click on this and you can click on connect. Now what I'm going to do, I will go for this SSH client and let me open my terminal. I will go for terminal, right? So this terminal should I close, and once again I am going to open. So open my terminal. Yes. Okay. So I have a terminal now. Now the first step, I'm going to start this instance. For that, just click on this. So here SSH space -i, and this is my key pair name, and I'm going to connect my CentOS server, CentOS public IP address. That's it. Press enter. Okay. So okay. Actually, there is a problem because I have to allocate the ch mod also because I am allowing my key pair. Press enter. What happened? Sudo command V and okay. 1 minute, guys. I'm giving 1 minute. Yes. 1 minute. Let me go to the downloads folder because it is available in downloads folder. Now, if I type ls command, can you see that key pair? Where is that key pair? Yeah, key pair January 23. January 23 keeper. Which one I'm not sure, but anyway, no issues. So just command B and press enter. Now it is good. Now let me copy this SSH command and I'm going to start my instance. I hope you are okay. 2 times I have copied. 1 minute. Let me clear and command. Now good, press enter. Good. Now it is telling, right? Please use the sudo su command. Yeah, I will use it. Sudo su space -. Yes. Now I got it. Now my instance is running now. Now my instance is running. Guys, you all know this step, how to create an instance, how to run the instance. You all know how to create the instance, how to run the instance. Monica, Satyamurthy?
Yes.
Right. Now, you know how to run the instance. Now the next step is, guys, I have a question for you. Tell me, what is the one prerequisite is if you want to start the Jenkins? What is the first step you have to remember? What is the one thing that your machine needs if you want to start your Jenkins? If you want to install your Jenkins, what is the one prerequisite is? Can you quickly tell me? I already told you number of times in the session itself. What is the one thing we require before starting your Jenkins?
Java.
Exactly.
Development application.
We need a Java. In our machine, we should have a Java. If we don't have a Java, we cannot run your Jenkins. So, if you want to check your machine as Java, you just type this command. To check the Java. Which command you have to write? Java space hyphen version. If you type this command, you can easily understand whether Java is available or not. Check the Java in the machine, in your CentOS machine. I'm typing Java space hyphen version. If I type, when you press enter, it is telling, right, a Java command not found. It means that Java is not available in your machine. What you have to do then? You have to install the Java, guys. If Java is not available in your machine, what you have to do? You have to install Java in your machine. How can I install the Java in your machine? That's the next step. How to install Java in your machine? Remember, I have given you notes, guys, how to install Java in your machine. See, we have a command called this one. We have a command called this one. Let me paste it here. Let me paste it here. This command you have to write it. Sudo yum space -y install Java 11 OpenJDK. Did you remember? I told you. At least we require the Java 11th version. That's the reason I'm installing level 2 OpenJDK version. Sudo yum space -y install Java -11 OpenJDK. So when you press enter, it will install your Java in your machine. Remember, initially you are checking whether Java is available or not. If Java is not available, you have to install the Java in your machine by following this command. Sudo yum space -y install Java 11 OpenJDK. Sudo yum -y install Java 11 OpenJDK. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So let me press enter. Once you press enter, it should install. See, it is installing all the necessary file, all the Java necessary file. It is installing. It will take some time. Yeah, once it is done, it is installing, trying to install. Yes, almost it is done. Now after a second, you can see like Java is completely installed. The last step, it is done. It is going to done. Yeah. Yes, completed. See, Java 11 OpenJDK, it is installed in your machine, guys. Now it is installed in your machine now. Now can I check Java space -version once again? Java space -version. Now see, it is telling, right, hey, JDK is available in your Red Hat machine. JDK is available in your machine. You have to install the Java. How to install the Java? You have to type a command called sudo yum space -y yum space -y. You have to install Java. How can I install? Java 11 OpenJDK. Correct?
Yes.
So you have to use this command. Thereby you can be able to install your Java in your machine. Any questions so far?
No.
Everyone, can you quickly confirm? Till here, are you clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So how to install Java in your machine, you know now. Now what? Okay, what happened? Okay. Now what I can do? I can go for next step. If you want to install the Jenkins, there are two important terms you have to remember, guys. To install Jenkins. Two things you should remember. Before that, the precondition to install Jenkins. What are they? The one thing is you should have Jenkins repo in your machine. You have to install the Jenkins repo in your machine. You have to install the Jenkins repo in your machine. The second one is you have to import Jenkins key. These two things you have to remember. In the interview also people might ask, hey, what is the precondition to install Jenkins? One thing is you must have Java in your machine. If you have a Java in your machine, then only you can be able to install a Jenkins. Along with that, you also should have Jenkins repository and import Jenkins key. How can I install the Jenkins repository? How can I import the Jenkins key? It is very simple. We have some command. Just we have to copy and paste. That's it. Can you see one command? This is the command you have to use it. This is the command. I'm going to use it. So this is the command I'm going to use it, which is curl. Okay, let me zoom it. Yes. Curl space hyphen silent hyphen location. From which location you have to get the Jenkins repo? From this location. http://pkg.jenkins continuous integration -org Red Hat Jenkins repo. From this repository, I'm going to install Jenkins repository. Now, when you press enter, now it is installed the Jenkins repository. That's it. Simple step. You have to install the Jenkins repository. The second one is you have to import, right? You have to import the Jenkins key. How can I import? For that also they have written this one. So once you use this one, it is to import your Jenkins key. These two things you require, but I will tell you later why do we need this one. But as of now, just remember, first one we are installing the Jenkins repository. The second one we are importing the Jenkins key. Where the Jenkins keys exist, here Jenkins key exists. So let me copy this one. I will tell you. I will show you as well. Guys, please be on mute. Yes. Yes, see, it is downloading the Jenkins, right, in my local machine. See, automatically it is downloading. That's what we are importing here as well. But it is not locally. What we are doing, we are importing this Jenkins key where? In your Red Hat server, in your Centos server. In your Centos server, we are importing this Jenkins key. For that, we are writing this command, sudo rpm space hyphen import that particular key location. This is the key location. First of all, we have to download the repository. The second of all, you have to import the Jenkins key. Once it is done, that's it. The next step and all very easy. As usual, what you will do, the same thing you have to continue. So once you know how to install the Jenkins repository, how to import the Jenkins key, now this is the time to start your Jenkins or install your Jenkins. How can I install the Jenkins now? Simple. So if you want to install the Jenkins, you have to follow the systemctl command. You can go for this command, systemctl command. Sudo yum install Jenkins. And then you have to start the Jenkins by systemctl command. Right? So can you write this one? Sudo yum means yum package manager install a Jenkins. That's it. Sudo yum install Jenkins. Now it will start install your Jenkins installation done. Now can I start the Jenkins? Okay, plus yes. Now it will download all your packages for your Jenkins. Yes, completed. Now we will start the Jenkins by sudo. That time we will go for systemctl command. Systemctl start Jenkins. Sudo systemctl start Jenkins. It will start your Jenkins. So these are all the steps you have to remember, guys. We have imported, right? The next step, you have to install the Jenkins. Install Jenkins. How can I install Jenkins? Simply you can write sudo yum install Jenkins. And fifth step, you have to start the Jenkins. To start, you have to write a sudo systemctl command. Start Jenkins, right? So done. Now can I check the status now? Now we'll check the status. Whether it is started or not, I need to understand. So when you press enter, see here, it is running. It is actively running. So it is good now. Sudo systemctl status Jenkins. It will tell you whether it is started or not. It is started. So these are the series of steps you have to remember. To understand the status, to check the status, what you have to write? You have to write same command like sudo systemctl status Jenkins. You have to write it. Jenkins, you have to write it. So when you follow this step, like Java installation and installing the precondition, like Jenkins repository and Jenkins key, you have to start install the Jenkins, you have to start the Jenkins, and to know check the status of Jenkins, you have to use this command. Am I clear, guys? Any questions so far?
No.
What happened, guys? Is it difficult or will you able to understand?
The first thing is to create the Jenkins repo. There is a big command that we'll find online.
Sorry, can you tell me?
To create Jenkins repo, curl.
Yeah, to install the Jenkins repo, right?
Yeah.
To create the Jenkins repo, I will send you this notepad actually, where you can find the command that you can copy and paste.
Okay, thank you.
So I will send you that drive link actually. You guys also can use it. Okay.
Okay.
Based on your operating system, the command will vary, Monica. That's the reason I have stored that command in the notepad. We are using the Centos server.
Okay.
Later you have to use the Ubuntu. Sometimes I have to use the Windows server. Sometimes I have to use the Red Hat server. Your command will vary.
Okay.
Right? So for that reason only I have stored in the notepad. You guys also for demo purpose use the same command.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, URL and all we no need to remember because URL how can I remember? Today URL is something, but tomorrow it will be different. How can I remember? Right?
Yeah, not possible.
Yes. Fine. Now it is done. Now let me tell you one more thing. Now we have a EC2 instance, right? Instance is running. This is my instance is running now. Let me. I'm going to do one important thing. Guys, generally, your Jenkins will run on which port number? You know? Do you guys know? What is the default port number of Jenkins? Can you tell me? What is the default port number for your Jenkins? It is an interview question. So the answer is 8080. What is the answer? 8080. What is the default port number of your Jenkins? 8080. Okay. So now directly go to your security group and you can see this link, right? You can click on this for the CentOS and come below. Let me edit the inbound rules. Already we have allowed HTTPS protocol, HTTP and SSH, everything we have allowed. But so far we didn't allow 8080. So for that, you can add the rule, go for custom TCP itself, port range, just mark it as 8080. Allow over any internet, maybe anywhere from IPv4. So over the internet, anyone can access. if they are having this port number. Just you can save this rule. So once again, I will repeat. Once you click on inbound rule, add the custom TCP, which port you have to allow 8080 because Jenkins is in default, it will open on 8080. And anywhere from the internet, you can access. For that, I have selected this one. Just to click on save rules. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Now, once it is done, go to EC2, your instance, where you can see the public IP address. Public IP address. You just copy this public IP address. And here I am going to type, right, HTTP colon HTTP colon and the public IP address, whatever that you have copied, that you can paste it. And colon, what is the port number? 8080 is the port number. On this particular public IP server, I'm going to open the 8080. When you press enter, now you can see the Jenkins UI. Now you can see the Jenkins UI. Without enabling your 8080 port on security group, on inbound rule, on Jenkins, you cannot see this page. So for that reason only, initial itself, I am allowing the 8080 port on your security group. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes.
So if I want to access your Jenkins 8080 port, what you have to write? HTTP colon /. Here you have to give the public IP address colon 8080. This is how you have to access your Jenkins. 100 days. So once it is completed, it will ask you, what is your administration password? I don't know, right? Where is my administrator password? It is telling, right? Your administrator password, it is available in this particular folder. What I can do, I can copy this one and go here. Just, type sudo cat command. Let me paste it. Let me paste that location. Again 2 times. 1 minute. Let me remove. Okay. That's it. Press enter. Okay, what I made mistake is /. Press enter. Now can you see the password? You got it? Cat, what is the purpose of cat? That's to show the information, right? To see the information of the particular file. Initial admin password. Now I can able to see the password. So now you can use this password. Now you can copy this password and go to your Jenkins and you can paste this password. Any doubt on here? Any doubt here? Any doubt, guys, here?
No,
How
sir.
to
No,
see
sir.
the password? How to check the password? How to get the password? Work good? Work clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, clear, sir.
Okay. Once it is completed, you can click on continue. Once you start the Jenkins, it will tell you whether do you need to go for I want to install the suggested plugin or you are going to select to install the plugin. As of now, I don't know what is plugin. What plugin that I'm going to use in the future also I don't know. Then better to avoid this one. Just a Jenkins itself can decide which plugin is basic plugins. So I can click on this install suggested plugin because when you work with some integration part, if you are going to work with Jenkins with the SonarQube, then SonarQube plugin you require. If you are working with the Jenkins with the Maven, you need the Maven plugin. If you work with the Jenkins with the GitHub, you need the GitHub plugin. Then you can go for select plugin to install. But in default, Jenkins no. Whatever the plugin, majority plugin they are used by the developer and tester. That already it is given. So I can go for suggested plugin. So once you click on this, it will install some plugin like Maidel plugin, email extension, LDAP, SSH, Git, Pipeline, GitHub, Pipeline Groovy, Gradle, and like that. The majority of plugin The major plugin will be installed by your Jenkins itself, right? So I will tell you later how to install some other plugin. Suppose your project requires a new plugin. That time how can I install in Jenkins? I will tell you later. As of now, go with suggested plugin. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yeah. And you have to give the username for your Jenkins. Maybe I am giving right my name, Dinesh. DevOps, like that I have given some username. Simply I can give Dinesh itself. It is very easy, Dinesh. And I have to give the password. Maybe I am setting some password here. Some password I have given here. And the name I'm going to give some full name I'm giving. And along with that, I'm giving my mail address also. And if you want to continue as admin, you can go here. But I have given my information, right? Click on save and continue. And it is telling, right? Hey, every time, do you want the same IP address with the port number or do you want to change the port number? If you want to change the port number, you can change it. If you want to give another IP address, you can give it. But what I'm saying, hey, I will go with the same IP address with the port number. Click on save and finish. That's it. Now we can able to start use our Jenkins. I can start use our Jenkins. Do you remember? I told you important point, which is around 95% of task we can able to complete with help of GUI itself. So this is the GUI of your Jenkins. Here itself you can work anything. Hereafter, we no need of much coding. Simply you can go with the tool itself. So hereafter, you cannot go with the command prompt at all. Most of the time we cannot go. We'll go with the tool itself. Tool has a different command that we can use it. So this is a GUI, the Jenkins UI, this one. Any question?
No.
Satyamurthy, Akash, any question?
No.
Okay, cool. So Jenkins is installed and you can able to Jenkins in 8080 port. It is running on top of your CentOS server. Now, every time in the real time, you will hear this word a lot, a job. What is job? Job is a project, guys. Job is like a project. If I say new item or create a job or new project, everything is same. But you will hear the word called job. In Jenkins terminology, a project or item, we can call it as job. You can create one new job here. What is the job that is going to perform by Jenkins? What is the job the Jenkins is going to perform? Let me click on new item. And you can give some name. Say, suppose this is maybe a Jenkins, maybe a first demo, a simple demo. Jenkins first demo, like that I have given, right? Some first demo, right? Can you see the different types of project here? We have a freestyle project, we have a pipeline project, we have a multi-configuration project, we have a folder, multi-branch. But in the real time, most of the time we will go with this freestyle or pipeline or Maven project. Later I will tell you how can I add the Maven project here. For that also we require the plugin. Now let me consider like I will go with the free most of the time, right, guys? The real time also you will go for the pipeline or freestyle. For demo purpose and all, freestyle is enough. But pipeline that I will cover tomorrow. So as of now, click on this freestyle project and click on OK. Like it will create one project, which is first demo. It will create one job. Now you have to give some description. Suppose I'm saying, right, this is first demo projects. first demo project. Like that, I have given some description. Right? No need to worry about this and all. Anyway, we are going to cover. No need to worry. Come below. Come below. Only thing is, I'm going to focus a build step, a simple step, which is build step. What I can do, I can go for build step. I'm using the Linux machine, right? I'm using the Centos machine. So in that case, you have to go for shell command. You can go for shell command. If you are using the Windows machine, you can go for window bash command as well. And if you are working on Python, you can go for add. If you are working in the PHP and all, you can go for Gradle. If you are using the Java and Maven target, you can go for. Like that, we have a mini build. We have a mini build, right? I can go for shell because I'm using my CentOS Linux server, right? I can go for shell command. Simply, I'm writing something. Echo. I will write echo with your double quotation. I'm writing, right? Something, right? Say suppose. Okay. Command from Dinesh. Either I have written something. This is the command from Dinesh. Echo is nothing but it's just to print. Actually, it is just to print. In Java, we will write system.out.println. In Python, we will write to print. In Bash or in shell scripting, we will write echo. Echo within a double quotation. Whatever the content you are typing, that you can able to see. Simple, just to verification. So that's it. You can apply and you can save it. That's it. My project name is first demo. What I'm trying to print, this is the first, actually what I have written, command from Dinesh, right? But leave it. Now what I can do, can I see the dashboard here? You can click on this. And here you can find that project. That's the project name. First demo is the project name. Directly from here also you can able to build. You can able to run your job. Whatever the job that you have created, right? If you want to run it, you can go this button. You can click on this button. Thereby you can able to build. You can build means you can run your job. But I'm not going to run directly. Instead of that, what I'm going to use? I'm going to use here I'm going to build the job. Once you click on this job, can you see build now? This is the another way you can build the job. The one way is you can go for dashboard, directly you can build the job. Or otherwise you can click on this, you can build now. Using that also you can be able to build your jobs. Can I click on build now? Once you click on the build now, the left hand side you can see, right? See, I have clicked 2 times. 2 times your job got clicked. It is green color indicates success. So if you want to see your console output, just click on console output. Now I can see, right, a command from Dinesh. That message got printed, right? My thing is success. It is started by Dinesh Kumar. It is running on the system, Linux machine. And it is telling, right, one file got created inside this folder. Inside this folder, one file got created. We'll check whether it is created or not, we'll check. But before that, but you can able to understand, right? You can able to create one job in Jenkins and you can able to execute. Let me tell you once again, that we will have the clear idea. How can I create the job? You can click on this new item and you can type maybe a second job like that I'm typing, and it's a freestyle project, and click on OK. If you want to give the description, yeah, you can give it. This is second job like that. I'm giving some description. And come below where you can able to see build step, right? You have to select shell because it is CentOS machine, right? So for that shell scripting you have to go for. Here I'm simply writing, right, echo second job maybe from Dinesh. Like that I have written some small message here. Second job from Dinesh. Just click on apply and click on save. That's it. If you want to build this job, can you see the build now button? You can click on build now. That's it. In the left hand side, can you see your job got built? Now, if you want to see the console output, inside the console output, you can see, right, second job from Dinesh, it is success. Right? Can I check now whether the second job is available or not? Let me copy this folder. I can go to my terminal and let me go to that particular folder location and type ls space this one. Can you see here? I can see the first job and second job. There are 2 projects that got created. right? So now it is created and we executed successful. So are you clear, guys?
Can you explain one more time?
Twice I have explained, still you didn't get. Huh? Where you are failing?
To create the job.
Okay, Monica, can you explain how to create the job?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, tell me.
So we have to go to the dashboard. There we
Okay,
can
just explain to Akash. Can you tell them? I will do here, from here.
from here.
Yeah, you just explain to the Akash.
Okay. Hi Akash.
Yeah, Mika.
From the beginning, I want you.
No,
I,
you can start from this dashboard. How to
uh,
create the job.
so first we have to go to the dashboard.
Okay, let me click on the dashboard now. Okay, then
There we find this new item.
yes, this one.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on this. Okay,
Here we have to give a name, any name of your wish.
yes, I'm giving some project name. Say this is my third job, like that. I've given some name.
Yeah, we have to come down.
We have to select which project.
Freestyle project.
Exactly, we have to select the freestyle project. Then
Okay.
yes, we have to click on OK, done.
Then we have to go to this build uh, build steps.
Exactly. So come below. I can see the build steps here. Then
Bro, we need to give some name to in the descriptions.
if you don't, if you even not giving, that's fine. No issues. That's optional
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Here, which one we have to select for Linux or CentOS?
Execution.
Execution.
We have to use the execution. And
Hmm.
here just I'm printing. What I'm printing? Echo.
Echo
I'm something printing, right? So this
any
is
message.
yes, exactly. Third job. Maybe from maybe a Monica. Like that. I have typed this up. That's it. I can apply this. I can save
And
this.
save.
So if I want to build here,
Build now.
exactly. So once it is done, you can see this and you can go to the console. Can you see the third job from Monica? It is success. So if you want to check whether this file is available or not, you
We
can
have
go here.
to copy that link
Exactly. Yes. Till workspace, you just to copy and just to type CD command,
and
command D.
paste it.
Yes. LS command.
LS
Okay.
command.
Right.
Okay.
See, here you have a third job, right?
Yeah, okay.
Are you clear?
Yeah, clear.
Satyamurthy, are you clear?
Yes, sir. I'm clear, sir.
Okay. So this is how you have to create the Jenkins job. So, okay. So only 5 minutes. Let me take a break and then we can continue. Is that okay?
Till
Yeah,
what
okay.
time we have the
5
session?
minutes. Only 5 minutes break. Okay. The session is maybe till 8:20.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. Available?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, available.
Okay, listen. So now we know how to create the job, a simple job inside the Jenkins that you already have. Now, let me tell you one important thing. Like guys, whenever in your real time also, so if I want to add some third party, when you want to integrate a Jenkins with some software, then of course you require the plugin, guys. You should install the plugin in your Jenkins. Suppose if we go here in dashboard, can you find one term called manage Jenkins? You just click on this manage Jenkins, and inside that you can see like manage plugins. After seeing the manage Jenkins, you can see the manage plugins, right? You have to click on this. And here there is different plugins are available. You can click on this available plugin. Suppose consider in real time, we have to do different logging. Say suppose if you want to integrate your Maven, then you just type Maven. Can you see the Maven integration plugin? Right? So this plugin you have to integrate with the Jenkins. Thereby, tomorrow I am going to cover Maven. Maven is the build automation tool. Right? So you just click on this and you have to install either without restart, or you can download and install after restart. Either of them you can select. One is without restarting, you are installing. The another one is just you are downloading. But whenever you do restart after the installation, sometime I have to download the Jira. Jira, you know, right? Bug tracking for project management. In your real time, definitely there is a Jira. So if I want to install this Jira plugin, you just install. Now, sometime I need consider I need a Gradle. You just type Gradle. And you can find the Gradle repo here. You can install. In your real time, suppose if you are working with a Python, you need the ant. Then you can type ant here. And you can check whether ant is available or not. Yes, we have an ant and all. For .NET, we have an ant. So suppose if you are going for MS build, so they have given some plugin like that. See MS build for .NET, they have given the plugin. Let me suppose I'm using the Java project. I need the Maven plugin. So you can click on this Maven integration and install without restart. You can click on this. Now see, it is done, right? It is success. Everything is done. All the Maven part you have done. Now if you go your dashboard and when you click on the new item, see, can you see guys Maven project here? Earlier you don't see this Maven. Agree? Earlier did you see this Maven?
No.
No. Now we have installed the Maven plugin. That's the reason. Now you can able to create the Maven project. Now you can able to see the Maven project. Now you are not seeing any bold right here. Suppose if I go here, manage Jenkins and manage plugin. Now I want one plugin called green ball. One plugin called green ball. Click on this available. See green balls. You can click on this and install without restart. And it is done. And I can go for dashboard. And let me log out and once again log in. Okay. So it is not actually, but actually it should. I think I have to start the server once again. Thereby, here you can see the green balls and all. I will tell you, actually once I have to restart. I have to restart my Jenkins, then you can see this one. But leave it. So again, manage plugins. You're clicking on available plugins. And if you go install the plugin, whatever the plugin that you install, you can able to see here. So you install the green plugin, right? Green balls. So see green balls. It is installed. It is enabled. Now if you check Maven, it is installed. Suppose if you need any logs that you want to generate some logs. You can go for logs also. There are many plugins are available for logs, log slash, syslog logger. In real time, people will use this kind of plugin, guys, whenever they need anything. Suppose if I want to integrate with the Ansible, then you have to search for Ansible. You can see the Ansible plugin. I want Terraform. You can check Terraform plugin here. Like that, there are different plugins. Later, anyway, we are going to use all this plugin and all. But just for your understanding, in the interview, people might ask how to install the plugin. So you have to go for Manage Jenkins. You have to go for Manage plugin, and you can click on this available plugin. You have to search it. That's it. Simple. Am I clear?
Yes.
So, how to install the plugins in Jenkins? Remember, you have to go for a Manage Jenkins. From there, Manage plugins. And then plugins. And then available plugins. From there, you should download or you should install whatever the plugin that you want. Now, sometime I want to add some user. Here, Dinesh is the user, right? Now I want to add few more users in my team. I'm currently working in some project. Maybe here there are 2 developers are there. I am the one developer, one more developer are there. Now I want to add this information to this same Jenkins he has to access. How can I access? For that, you have to go for Manage Jenkins. Yeah, tell me, Monica.
No, I have seen that people option for adding people.
No, not this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go for Manage Jenkins. Here, come below. You can see Manage Users. Manage users. Here you can create your user that can log into this Jenkins, the same Jenkins. You can click on this, and then here already Dinesh is available. I am the owner, right? I am the admin. It is already available. Now you can click on this create user. You can give some name. Say Kumar is the username. And let me give one password here. Let me give one password. So this is Kumar Dinesh. And I can give same mail ID also. If you want to give different mail ID, you can give it. That's no issue. Click on create user. That's it. Now see, there are 2 users. If you want one more user also, you can add it. So as of now, I have 2 users. One is the admin user, is the Dinesh, and one more user is Kumar. Now 2 users. You can log out, and Kumar also can able to see, right? Just click on Kumar and use this password. See, he is also can able to see this first demo, second demo, and third demo, which is the another guy. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So we can add the user, guys. We can add the users. So can I add the user? For that also you have to go for Manage Jenkins. From the Manage Jenkins, you can go for
Jenkins own user details.
Yes. After clicking on Manage Jenkins, you can see what? Manage users.
Manage users.
Yes. You can go for Manage users. And you can add the users. Right, guys?
Yes.
Right. Now, the one important thing is, guys, after this clicking on this Manage Jenkins, the one important thing I need to inform you guys. So just to go for this global tool configuration. In the interview, people might ask how to add your project location, or maybe consider you are using the Java, you are using the Maven, you are using the GitHub. Definitely, you should give the access, right? You should configure the Java, Maven, and Git, all the third parties into some place. Or you have to configure the location. So the question is how to configure third party software inside the Jenkins. Third-party software. Maybe third-party software sense the major one, which is Java, Maven, Gradle, then Git. This is some major third-party software that we have to configure. The answer is global tool configuration. So for that, you have to go for global tool configuration. See here, you can see the global tool configuration. After your manage Jenkins part, you can find the global tool configuration. If you want to configure your Maven, you can go here. For Java, you can see here. For Git you have a location, right? You have a repository that you can configure here. Suppose if you are using Gradle, you can configure here for PHP project and all. And yeah, you can configure the Maven. Yeah, you can configure here. So whatever later I will tell you how to configure. But as of now, just to remember, the global tool configuration is the place where you can configure the JDK, your Git, your Gradle, and this one you can able to configure. So the major thing you can able to configure with the help of your global tool configuration. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Now, suppose the one important thing is, when we right, guys, sorry, listen. So sometime I have to authenticate, right? Who is using this application and all? Yes or no? Say Jenkins is one of the security provided language. Actually, Jenkins is providing more security. How? You have to allow, right? The system should authenticate. Define who is allowed to access this one. Everyone can access? No, right? Not like that. Because Jenkins is the continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Using this only, we are deploying your code to the production. We are deploying your code to the different environment. Right? In that case, we should not give access to everyone. You should allow who should access the system. You should provide the authentication. You should provide the authorization. You should encrypt your system. So for that, you have a configure global security. In Jenkins, how to secure, or what they have given. Who is allowed to access your system? How to access, or how to allow who should access the system. How to restrict your system. It's when I say system, a Jenkins. So for that, you have to go for a manage Jenkins. In that, we have an option called configure global security. Configure global security, because maybe there might be a malpractice, right? There might be a theft. They can get your data. There are different proxies over there. They will use it as well. In that case, how you can secure your system? For the Jenkins provide one option called configure global security. Here only you are getting you have to provide your authentication data, your authorization, the encryption part, everything you have to give it here. Here you have to give it here, right? So once you click on this configure global security, the important thing is you have something called security realm. Security realm. So here, how you are allowing your user to authenticate. How you are allowing the user to authenticate. Maybe you can select, right? Delegate to some servlet container where you can store your information, or you can use the Jenkins own user database. You can store your information. You can use the LDAP also, LDAP directory. Through that also you can store your information. or you can use some group database, right? Like that, you can able to store your authenticate. I have stored is two user information, right? That it is stored in Jenkins own user database. But if you want to store in LDAP, yeah, you can store it. But in most of the time, this in a real time, in a production environment, they will not use the Jenkins own user database and all. Remember, most of the time they will go for LDAP. LDAP is the place where they can store the data. Through that only the Jenkins will allow the access, right? But for demo purpose, I will go with the Jenkins own user database. But I know, like in the real time, the people they will go for LDAP or Unix group, a group database they will go for. They will go for some third party where they will store the data. Through that only they will access the Jenkins. Who is the authenticated user? Through the LDAP or Unix user or Jenkins. Now we are using the Jenkins for our demo purpose. But you should go for LDAP or Unix group database in the real time, in the production environment and all. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So let me use the Jenkins own user database and authorization. Whether anyone can do anything. If I create one job, if I take like anyone can do anything, it means that what? They can modify, they can delete the job, they can delete the job, they can modify the job, they can create the job, anything they can do. Anyone, when I say anyone, whoever they know my IP address, my port number, now you know, you guys can able to do anything. Because you know my IP address, you know my port number. If you want to do some changes, yeah, you can able to do. Legacy mode is the older mode. No one is using as of now. You just leave it. Only a logged in user can do anything. Me and one more guy, right? They have the user ID and password. We both have the user ID and password. Dinesh has the user ID and password. Kumar has the user ID and password. Only that guy can do some changes. But in the real time, the people will not go for first three options. They either go for matrix based security or project based security. But let me stop it here. Maybe I am adding more burden to you guys. As of now, whatever that I have covered, you just practice. I will send you the recording. Tomorrow, once again, I will teach you what is configure global security. Is that okay?
Yes.
Can you practice
Yeah.
today? Tomorrow I will cover the rest of the portion in Jenkins.
Yeah.
So tomorrow also can we connect at 6:30? Is that okay? Or anything? 6:30, is that okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Monica, Satyamurthy?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then tomorrow 6:30 we can connect this. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.